name is Kelly Simmons III. I go by Coach Kelly.
And tell me about this organization, how you got involved in it.
Sure. My name again is Coach Kelly. I'm with Empowered to Win, and what we do is youth development through leadership development and career readiness training.
And what does that mean?
What that means is preparing our students, empowering our students, and building leaders. We believe that the foundation to student success is leadership. And so we teach students how to be leaders within themselves so they can make healthy choices and decisions and make that seamless transition going from high school into post-secondary, whether they're going to the military, whether they're going to college, or just going into the workforce to be successful.
You sound like you've got a lot of energy. Why is it important to you to give your time to this organization?
Well, because people gave and invested into me. I'm born and raised here in Anderson, South Carolina. I'm a first-generation college graduate, and I believe what the Anderson County Library is doing, Richard Yeargin, the Fatherhood Coalition, this is what it takes. It takes community to help our children to be successful and to go to the next level. And so I just want to play my part and to help these children be successful.
And you've been doing this for a while, right?
Yes, sir.
What kind of feedback you've been getting from the folks who've been through the program?
Oh, it's changed their life. It's transformed their lives. Just having a coach and the difference between mentorship is very, very important, but it's awesome to use the coaching approach to identify what students want to do and what children want to do and to help them reach those goals. And so someone did it for me, and we want to be able to do that. And so we're hearing kids saying, my lives have changed. It's transformed. Now, I wasn't thinking about going to college. Now I'm in college, you know. I wasn't thinking about the military. I didn't see myself being in the military, but because of the disciplines that I've learned, because I understand that I'm a leader, you know, now I want to go back and serve my country. Those that want to go into the workforce are better prepared to go into the workforce, because at the end of the day, when we talk about college, we talk about anything, whether it's 2-year, 4-year, our children have to go to work and they have to be taken care of. And so we teach them and give them those tools and resources how to take care of themselves. And those are the testaments about this program and in being involved in programs like this.
This camp is pretty much booked in. What if somebody's interested in the program and wants to do something later or find out more about what y'all do? Where can they go?
Well, first thing they can do is utilize the local resources, obviously the Anderson County Library. Miss Rachel, she's awesome. Getting the information there, finding out who is an advocate and a resource here locally in the community. Of course, with our website, empoweredtowin.com. Again, this is strategic partnership, so our mission is their mission. And so, again, there's information to find that's available to help you get to that particular information.
I'm the teen librarian for the Anderson County Library System.
And y'all do all sorts of programming for teenagers. Tell me about this event this summer that's a little different.
Well, I have in the past for summer held a week camp, different topics, and I was thinking, why don't we put them all together and offer a longer camp where we could touch on a number of topics, work with the teens with different approaching of different aspects and different perspectives.
And what will this camp do? Tell me a little bit about this camp.
So this camp, we have brought in Richard Yeargin, who we've had a great relationship in the past, and also Fatherhood Coalition, building that relationship. So the 3 organizations working together to present a 3-week Empowered Teen Camp.
You know how many kids are going to participate over the 3 weeks, roughly?
So we have been averaging 20. Some kids go for a doctor's appointment and they miss that day, but it's in anywhere from 19 to 22.
What is the goal of this camp? What are they trying to do with this particular camp?
So the goal of our camp is character building. We are working on literacy, financial literacy. We have emotional intelligence, conflict resolution, just the whole gamut. And we're having them discover themselves, present aspects of adulthood that maybe they didn't think of, have them possibly see the other side maybe of their parents and what adulthood means to them and how that plays out. Just expand their understanding of the world around them and have them understand where they might fit, especially have them dream. have visions. We have some vision boards that are up, and they think, what might I want to do? How do I get there? What's the path I need to take? Do I have certification? What kind of schooling? Is there an apprenticeship that I can plug into? So it's more of a all-encompassing aspect for these teens. Now, Anderson County doesn't have very many of these programs. From what I understand, the Boys and Girls Club was shut down after COVID. So there's not that outlet for them. There's not a resource for them to plug into. YMCA has it up until middle school, a number of places. They will take up to middle school. So what happens is a number of these teens are at home. They're either on their devices or they're streaming, and we wanted to offer a much more healthier alternative where they could grow personally and academically.
And a lot of people don't think about this as being part of the library system. How is this integrated into the importance of what y'all do at the library here?
So the goal of our library is to offer the resources that we have free of charge to our patrons, and that includes our younger patrons as well. Another goal of ours is to let the community know of our resources. So our parents, that is one of my personal goals, is to let the parents know what resources we have here in the teen room. The name of the official name for our room is the Jonathan Gambrell Teen Room. And the Gambrell family, they've been very generous with their donations, and that is what is also sponsoring this camp.
Okay.
Another sponsor that I'd like to thank publicly is Trammell Mills Law Firm, also one of our generous donors. Without them and the Gambrell family, we wouldn't be able to put on this bold endeavor, which is a 3-week camp.
And what organization are you here representing?
I'm here representing the Upstate Fatherhood Coalition.
Tell me about that group.
So the Upstate Fatherhood Coalition, we are a statewide initiative. We are in the upstate for as Anderson, Greenville, and Spartanburg, but we also represent a state initiative. So we have other offices in different areas of how we organize our organization.
And what kind of things do y'all do?
So pretty much we work with fathers and families to re-engage them back into the life of their kids. Within the services that we provide is we work with fathers that's dealing with like child support issues, custody and visitation issues, employment issues. We also work with them on the expungement level with helping them get things expunged, etc.
And why are you here for this camp? Why are events like this camp important?
So this event and this empowerment at camp is super important. One, because I'm already a mentor life coach, which I'm representing my business, Kind Mentoring. But I'm also here on the behalf of Upstate Fatherhood Coalition, alongside with other partner organizations as well. But I just enjoy the environment of being around other kids, just seeing them grow, seeing them be impacted, and just being able to see them, just live their life out fully.
Do you think these kind of events will have a lasting impact on the kids who attend?
Oh yes, absolutely. We have many kids in the area that's just looking to be loved, looking for someone to care for them and just have a positive role model. So, of course, these events, when we host them here, is to get them connected with valid resources, people that's going to pour into them, and people that's going to actually give them the blueprint of life. So.
you're involved in this and what we're trying to do? What are the goals of what we're doing here today?
Absolutely. I'm the co-founder here of Empowered to Win Camps in tandem with my partner, Coach Kelly Simmons, who's a native of Anderson, South Carolina, with Empowered to Win LLC. We came together with a common goal, right, to transform lives through various tools and education at the post-secondary and the secondary level of education. So that's middle school, high school, and giving them a pathway to college and career construction around their goals. So we know that there's challenges that stop you from meeting goals, right? And usually that's yourself, that's mentally. So trauma, right? We're getting to the root of trauma in this camp, and dealing with the idea that woe, it's me mentality versus it's happening for me, right? And so, I think in this camp, we've seen a lot of successful outcomes as it relates to, mental releases and a mentality shift, right? From I think I can to I know I can, right? Simply because you're convicted now. You know your purpose. You understand why you were placed on this earth, because we've had multiple speakers come in. We've had tons of curriculum implemented. Matter of fact, we condensed a 9-week curriculum into 3 weeks, and this is the summertime. So, the engagement that we've gotten from the kids, the love that we've shown them and what we've received in return, you're seeing the fruits of it now, right? And so it's been a process, been a maturation process.
Tell me a little bit about your background and why you got involved in this. You could put your energies towards a lot of other good causes. Why did you choose this one?
Absolutely. So I am a professor at Clemson University in the College of Education, former football player, former coach at Clemson, played on all the national championship teams. I find it very important to prioritize our youth, especially in this day and age, who's looking out for them, who's their voice, right? And so in my research as a PhD student at Clemson University in the education leadership program with a higher education concentration, I'm looking to engage with as many young people as possible, to gain their perspective, right? And to get a better understanding, because the best research is done in the field. And so for me, my interests in terms of, my story and what I've been through and wanting to see others receive what's on the other side for them, which is their promise, right? Like I'm in love with the process of coming in every day, evaluating, teaching, inspiring, right? Impacting and ultimately empowering them to go and win.
And what kind of feedback have you gotten from the kids and their families or whatever?
Listen, it's been phenomenal, right? So the second day, had a young man's mother approach me and say, my son is talking differently, he's walking differently, he's not even the same person. And I could just say this, it wasn't a result of my work, it was God's work, right? God put me in position, I just ran the play. And we've been running it consistently to the point where now, we have things on automatic pilot in terms of, our kids know what the standard is, what the expectation is every day. And they come in and they know that we're going to treat them like young adults, not just 13-year-old, 14-year-old, 15-year-old kids, right? And so accountability, right, I think is what helps change people, right? And a lot of us don't like accountability. We resist it, right? But that's where change happens, is when you hold folks accountable. And so I've been astounded by the level of engagement, by the level of collaboration across all of our partnerships, and strategically how we've aligned ourselves to be able to be a full-fledged after-school program coming this fall in August.
And speaking of partnerships, how important has the Anderson County and Anderson County Library partnership being to what y'all are doing?
Well, when you talk about belonging and access, you have to look at this community as a whole. You have to think about healthcare, schools, the people, right? Like, how are you going to connect with the heart of the people? And the best way to do it is through a public sector, right? Like the library. And so the library has offered us tremendous access. And, I feel like we belong here, right? Like this is our space where we can say we're planting a flag and we're safe here, right? Like we can come here and we can genuinely want to meet up for one common goal and one purpose. And again, that's to see lives transformed through education.
I work at New Foundations, and we have some kids in the summer program here, and so far it's been great. I even participate. Most people get me mixed up.
What's special about this program that makes it effective?
Just getting teens off the street, active, walking around the community, because we got to walk around to do a little field trip, knowing their rights, knowing what they can and can't do, but actually pick apart their brain and see where do you want to actually go in life. Because everybody can say sports, but sports may not be for you once you get older. Things change. And with the age group that they're dealing with, it's a transitional period for most teens, 14 to 19. You're still growing in mind, body, everything.
And New Foundation's partnership with this, how's that important? Because y'all could partner with a lot of other people on other things. Why did y'all choose this one?
We go to the library all the time to do events with Miss Rachel, from gaming to doing puzzles or artwork. So a summer camp, some of the kids was, everybody didn't participate, but we did have participants. To do it, it still represents what we try to instill in the kids in the home, like at New Foundations, so they can be a better person when they are released from New Foundations.
What do you walk away with? How do you feel when you've participated in this and done what you've done here?
I feel accomplished. I already felt like I was a deep thinker, but I see my mind as the ocean, and there's some places that I don't explore, but being here, I have opened up to explore them. So I'm 34, and if I'm 34 can explore my brain and can still open it, or they can still open it for me, it says a lot, because I know they can definitely open theirs.
My name is Trey Mills. I'm a partner at Trammell Mills Law Firm here in Anderson.
And y'all could sponsor a lot of different things. Why did y'all choose to sponsor this event?
Richard Yeargin was an intern of ours before the NIL money with Clemson University, and he would have to come over. I think he's worked with the law firm since he was 17, and he's obviously our last intern, and that's always the most favorite, your last intern. But Richard has a lot of talent, and when he fractured his neck and that single car accident, we helped him through that time, and I saw kind of his low points, and to see what he's become today, and I'll support him all the way throughout the rest of his life to help support others, because you don't get anything in life unless you give back.
And this is the first time y'all sponsored this camp? Is that right? I don't know.
Correct. This camp, but we sponsor a lot of events around the community.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, why is it important for y'all to spend money on the community when you don't have to?
Because a billboard costs $3,000, and it's real cute to see your name up on there, but when you can put $3,000 into the community, it's a lot more enriching.
And you think that this event, from what you've watched, is changing lives?
I know it is from the event. I just participated into other ancillary events that just happened. They are making better decisions. They are starting to process right, wrong, and indifferent, which is good. You want them to do that and understand there's a better way, and that we can't all just lay down and cry when things don't go our way. I've been down at the bottom, but I've also been at the top. And you got to deal with the good and the bad.